Hello, everyone. This is Jeff Woods. I'm the guy who helped break the story on the Arizona election fraud and documented the 6-hour waits in Phoenix, Arizona. I wanted to talk about a subject today that is very important to me. It is the subject of being Bernie or bust. I am a father of two little girls. They are my world. They are so intelligent, so beautiful, and I want them to have every opportunity to succeed in this world. I know they're going to face things that men don't, sexual harassment that men won't, discrimination at the workplace that men won't. You know, we're still, the pay gap is still really far. I think it's still 86 cents on the dollar. I mean, I consider myself a strong feminist. And I supported Hillary Clinton in 2008 when she was running against Obama. And it was simply for the fact that she was female because I have two little girls. And at the time I was working, 60 to 70 hours a week, making more money than I'd ever made in my life. And my life at that time was, it wasn't a good point in my life. And I didn't have time to research anything. I just did it based solely on gender. And I think a lot of people are doing that this election as well. I supported her, and then once, Barack beat her in the primary, I put my support behind Barack Obama, voted for him, and I think he's been a decent president, even though I think he's kind of a corporatist puppet, but I think he's done some good things, and we're better off for electing him than any of the other candidates running in that election. So I want to talk about Bernie or bust. As a feminist, I don't know how the hell you can vote for Hillary Clinton. I mean, if you look at what she's done domestically for women, she cut welfare when she pushed that hard when in the 90s when Bill was in office. So they reformed welfare and just destroyed opportunity for single mothers, took food off the table, and took clothes off of children's backs. She also supported NAFTA, which domestically that affected a lot of women because it took away jobs for everyone, and it affected our standard of living. It affected our children's future, our children's opportunity for a good job, our children's education. I mean, it basically destroyed the middle class. She also, another thing, how can you support feminists who didn't believe in same-sex marriage until 2013? Would the lesbians not count as women? Because I think everyone should have the right to say they love someone and get married. And if you, I don't know if you've heard this, but it wasn't until the public supported same-sex marriage that Hillary Clinton adopted that as part of her beliefs. It was literally the following day after there was a report saying that Americans for the first time supported gay marriage. It was the next day that Hillary Clinton came out in support of gay marriage. Okay? She only says what you want to hear when she's running for election, and then once she is elected, she does whatever her donors wanted her to do in the first place. Okay? We also need to talk about mass incarceration. Okay, how did that affect women in America? It sent tons of women to jail. It sent plenty of daughters without their moms. And what about all the fathers? Do you think that didn't affect women? You don't think locking up more people than any other country in the world doesn't affect how a daughter grows up in this world? So I just can't get behind Hillary Clinton in any way. What about all the brown little girls and mothers in the Middle East that she's killed? Okay, with her votes. She voted for Iraq. She wanted to go into Libya and overthrow Gaddafi, and she did. Guess what? President Obama was against going into Libya and overthrowing Gaddafi. The person who convinced him to do that was Hillary Clinton. The Republicans can talk about Benghazi all they want, but it's the overthrow of Gaddafi that destabilized the region. Okay? She wanted and successfully orchestrated a coup in Honduras. Okay? There was a democratically elected president who was overthrown, and she supported the people who overthrew him. And that led to violence, and there were children fleeing that violence that came to America, and she said, send them back. And it was her fault, the reason they were coming up here. Hillary Clinton does not care about anyone. And if you have put a gun to my head and say, are you voting for Hillary? Are you voting for Trump? And you try to convince me that I have to support Hillary? Well, put a gun to my head on Hillary and Trump. And you know what I'll say? Pull the trigger. Bernie or bust. See you later. Bye-bye.